During the summer of 2015, a retired watchmaker built and repaired watches out of his basement. He did contract work for a few jewelers around the area, but mostly it was a hobby that he had that reminded him of his days back in Italy, where he's originally from. His name was Marco, and he lived in Jefferson County, Tennessee, where he lived for the past 30 years. His house was in the woods, about a 15-minute drive from town. And nothing strange has happened that he could remember, until one night, the first time he noticed something strange. He was in his basement, working at his bench. He hears something outside. He looks up into the small window at the top of the basement. It's pitch black outside. He sees nothing. He continues to work, and less than a minute later, he hears what sounds like a dog breathing. His dog was upstairs inside his house, and the noise was coming from outside. A loud crash of the metal garbage cans startles him. He stops working to investigate the sound. He has seen raccoons search through his garbage before, so he wasn't too concerned about the sound. His dog is sleeping on the kitchen floor. He raises his head and starts barking at something outside. Marco calms his dog down and looks out the window. He can only see the top lid of the garbage can from where he's at. He cautiously goes outside. He walks towards his trash cans. The night is quiet. There was a strong, metallic smell that filled the air. It was the smell of blood. He thought that maybe a coyote killed a rabbit. He moves his flashlight and catches a glimpse of something big. He gets uneasy now. He thinks that it's a person trying to steal something from his trash cans. He yells at the person to get off his property before he calls the cops. He goes back inside his house, ready to call the police. Later that night, he is sitting on his couch in the basement. He gets the feeling that he's being watched. He goes upstairs and looks out the window, but with trees surrounding his backyard, they create a shadow, making the backyard pitch black. He hears a loud thud on the side of his house, and then a moment later, he hears a thud on the other side of the house. The moment he turns on his bedroom light, he hears a low growl. He immediately turns off the light. He sees the silhouette of a figure outside his window. He stands frozen, not trying to make a sound. After the figure walks to its right, Marco walks slowly over to the window, holding his breath in an attempt to not make a sound. He opens the blinds just a bit and sees this figure staring right at him. It must have had super hearing because he was trying his hardest not to make a sound. He walks out of his room and turns on the light to the front of the house. This way, it would give more light to the side of the house the figure was on. He looks out the window again. This time, the figure is gone. It looked like someone wearing a fur coat. It had orange glowing eyes, and it was tall. But it was too dark to make out any other features. He hears the trash cans being knocked over again in the back. He turns the light to the backyard on, and there, standing 5 feet in front of him, was a giant wolf on its hind legs. It had to have been around 6 feet. Much taller than Marco. He was 5'3". His dog starts to bark aggressively, catching the attention of this giant wolf. It growls, shaking the glass panel on the door, and then casually turns to its right and walks into the darkness. When he can no longer see the figure, he immediately calls the cops. A police officer arrives and is there for a very short time. He was there for about 5 minutes before leaving and not taking the situation too seriously.